Hello from Kigali, Rwanda. I'm Carl Schmid with Plus Life. And let me tell you, the last 48 hours here at IAS 2025 have been a whirlwind of heart, hope, and some hard but necessary truths. Let's get you caught up. We begin with breaking news out of Washington. PEPFAR funding appears safe, for now, spared from the latest round of proposed cuts. It's a major win for the global HIV response, and here at IAS 2025, the news has been met with relief.
We're very happy to hear what happened in the US Senate yesterday. It is a signal that bipartisan support for PEPFAR is still alive. PEPFAR investments have saved millions of lives. This is a signal of hope that we can continue to count on PEPFAR and the US government to be part of the response.
I think it's great news. I think it signals to us that both sides of the aisle are agreeing that PEPFAR is important and that the original intention of that is still secure.
I'm elated, and I hope this is true and this is going to go through to become, supporting life.
A clear message echoed across sessions: we must do better when it comes to meeting the needs of people living with HIV. This plenary challenged the global HIV response to evolve, to stop talking about people as data points and instead center their lived realities.
And we have to be very people-centered in our approach. So the findings are very, very important for us to put people first. How do we improve their quality of life? And lastly is, how do we partner with communities for us to be able to amplify the work that we do?
Scientific conferences like this provide an opportunity from which social aspects and the actual medical aspects of the science come together to provide guidance for policy. Then it makes sure that services that we receive as people, both for HIV treatment and prevention, are conscious to the needs of the people.
Another sobering conversation explored the double burden of HIV in conflict zones. From Gaza and South Sudan to Ukraine and the DRC, we heard how war is disrupting care, displacing communities, and putting already vulnerable populations at even greater risk.
Just imagine people who were vulnerable in a normal time. During the war, their vulnerability increased 10 times.
It's obvious that conflict is going to aggravate, health outcomes. It's going to make things worse. But that is just a statement. As a researcher, as a person with data, I try to quantify this, how much that is affected. And if we bring intervention, prevention techniques, things like that, how much can we reduce the harm?
A session titled Confronting the Storm tackled the fallout from the collapse of US global health programs and PEPFAR funding suspensions. With over 20 million people at risk of losing access to HIV treatment, African nations are stepping up.
Communities are adapting, communities are responding, governments are doing the same. They are finding the funds within their fiscal space, but it's not easy, and so we have to think outside of the box.
Amid the challenges, there's exciting momentum in prevention, with new long-acting injectable treatments helping to make HIV care more accessible, more manageable, and more empowering for the people who need it most.
It's going to change the HIV prevention landscape. We've been having so many infections occurring, especially in young girls, and men who have sex with men. But this injection is going to change the HIV prevention landscape. Imagine getting an injection and you are not worried about getting HIV.
It is, in a way, incredible because we've never seen that kind of result, especially amongst adolescent girls and young women in Africa. So I think it just shows that this is something people can really identify and use. It's been described as a game changer. I certainly hope it is going to be that game changer.
Our study showed us that 2 injections give us protection throughout the year. Just 2 injections, Carl. It's amazing.
Of course, it's not all science and heavy policy talk here at IAS 2025. The HIV Unwrapped project is showcasing its reimagined lab coats created by Rwandan fashion students in collaboration with global HIV scientists right here in Kigali.
So HIV Unwrapped is an exploration of HIV science on a lab coat through the prism of emerging fashion designers here in Kigali.
So we love supporting the community and partnering with the community in initiatives that help educate people about HIV, about their prevention treatment options, and we also just love exciting new initiatives that help bring HIV to the forefront in spaces where people may not be having a conversation about it.
Sharing this with Claudine was such an experience. I thought I was really good at communicating, but actually it challenged me and made me think differently about how do I best share this information in a way that's understandable for someone that's not in the science world or it has an HIV background.
I had the chance to sit down with some of the designers and the brilliant minds behind the science, research and community-led programs that inspired them.
This design is different colors. That's how HIV is changed when it enters in the body.
For me, this is a huge experience, how to put HIV in a different way, how to show it in a different way in this beautiful garment and make it accessible for everybody.
We need to be able to take science to people. We need to be able to translate that science, sometimes because it's very difficult to understand, in ways that people can feel, can touch, can see in new ways. And I think that's what we're about. That's what this project is about.
Certainly a lot to take in, but I will tell you the energy and the honesty and the commitment here at IAS 2025 is hard to ignore. That's going to do it for today. I'm Carl Schmid with Plus Life. We'll be back tomorrow for our final look at IAS 2025 here in Kigali, Rwanda.